we've talked about many things, and I'm more interested to see what people who want to know that we haven't talked about at this stage. But as well, even Jeff mentioned earlier, we have to realize that this is not an exact science. And it's something we need to realize when we use the young sire. You know, we're all interested to use the top one, you know, the high flying, the top 10, top 20, whatever. But based on validation, way back when you're only using PA, you'd say of the top 100 bulls per parent average, 20% of them are going to make the top 100 what's improvement. With genomic, it goes up to 40%. Still, only 40% over your top 100 genomic bulls are going to make the top 100 improvement. So there's still room for variation. So 100 points of variation on TPI for young sires is really not that much, you know. And you, in some time, 100 points you can rank between, can be in the top 10 or in the top 150, or out of top 150. So I'd say using a variation of bloodlines and look beyond the top 10 and top 20 to pick the young sires you want to use, I think would be a wise investment.
Casey?
Well, I've always enjoyed looking back at our breed's progress, and I enjoy reading history. I very much enjoy reading Horace Backus's books of the old breeds, breeding herds that started out. And they all did the same thing. They took the very best animals and made them the very best bulls. It's just that they didn't have as many tools as we have now. And I really just consider genomics another tool. I'm not going to stop doing the things I've always done in the past, trying to use common sense. I've AAA'd my cattle for 30 years. A lot of people don't believe in that, but I think it helps me. And so I think that it's a tremendous tool, and I think as we all incorporate it a little bit differently into our breeding programs, that might help with some of the diversity that we need, and I think it really offers a lot as far as helping us do a better job.
Yeah.
Just two last points. First of all, is we should feel blessed in the U.S. to have this tool, because nowhere else in the world can you openly use the tools we have available today that have been developed, and I think that's a tribute to the way that the system is in place. So I hope we appreciate that fact. Secondly is that as new technology gets uncovered, and Kurt's alluded to some of that already today, is that we're going to continue to learn what genomics gives to us and the value that's associated with it. I'm a simple-minded kind of guy, and I've always said, you know, to me it's kind of like you pick a book out of the library and you look at that book and you know something about the book just by its cover. Well, that's what we used to be with looking at parent averages. We had some semblance of what the book might look like because it had a colorful cover and a catchy headline. We said, yeah, we want to read it. Well, today now with a 50K, Kurt, I guess I'm looking as now we know the chapter titles also within that book, and now he's coming up with the HD test, and we're starting to read the first paragraph of each chapter. Now, do we still know everything that's going to happen in the book? No, we don't. But that's not to say that we won't get there someday in other fashions and other technology that develops. So keep everything in perspective, I guess, is what it amounts to. And the nice thing about all this is that the more Kurt researches, the more companies that get involved with the research and technology to help us develop this, it drives the cost down on the total aspect of it as well. Because it wasn't many years ago when we were first starting to get involved in SNP testing, we knew it was an unaffordable process within our business development plan. Today we know it's a must within our business development plan at an affordable